This is the Minecraft Construction Handbook, an official book published by Mojang, the company that made Minecraft, covering everything you need to know about how to become a master builder. This book contains step-by-step tutorials on how to build a bunch of different things, like a wooden house, a decorative garden, and even a royal hall to house a royal throne. The only issue is, no offense to Mojang, this book is certainly a product of its time. There were no upside down stairs, incredibly limited lighting options, and the only wood type was oak. So that begs the question, what would these builds look like if they were made nowadays? But before I can build the upgraded house, I kinda have to build the original. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, the tutorial for this thing is like really goofy, but we're gonna wing it, so. Okay, I'm gonna start with wool just to mark it out first. It looks like it's like 7, and then, I can't really see this side. I'm just gonna say it's 4. Okay, I'm gonna look up a block map. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so it's 8, then 4, then 8, 15. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that looks good, I think. That looks somewhat right. Okay, it looks like it goes up 3, all with cobble. So, grab some cobblestone, I grabbed infested, and then up 3, all around. Okay, that looks pretty good, I think. Cover with planks. I'm just gonna slash fill that. And then I guess I gotta delete this stuff. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I have to replace this when I do the balcony, but you know what? We're gonna get rid of it anyways. Oh wait, it's not paint, it's full blocks. Yuck. So it goes up 3, and then fill in this bit with glass. Gotta be resource efficient, I'm not gonna replace that block. Wow, we got a big window here. Man, glass breaking sound effect is so annoying. Oh, it's different. Oh wait, never mind, no it isn't. This bit's different. False alarm, I did it correctly. There's no middle here? Oh, they did the same, like, wait, there is a middle here. What? I did something wrong. That lines up. That lines up. Oh no. Ah, wait, no. I figured it out. Wait, what? No, I didn't. Aha! This isn't here. Okay, crisis averted. I figured it out. Okay, I think it's the same from here as it was on the other side. Just gonna copy it by looking at it, so hopefully I don't get anything wrong. Alright, first floor done. I feel like I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty sure I replicated it pretty well. So I add literally one more to every single pillar. I don't know why we didn't just do that at the start. Okay, that's done. Cover with planks. I can fill some of this. I just don't really want to replace the logs, so we're gonna try and make sure that I don't have to do that. Although actually, now that I think about it, I don't really need to fill in this bit at all, because there's no interior. You're not really gonna see it because it's inside. I suppose you can see through the windows. Which there are a lot of in this house. Where do you even put chests? Now let's work on the roof. Indeed, let's. I don't know what this little bit's for. Okay, time to do the most menial task in all of Minecraft, which is placing stairs. It's just so inconvenient. Oh wait, there's a block overhang. I don't know why, I just figured there wasn't. Wow, that looks great. There is actually no way we're doing a window this big right on top of the other one. It is a 3x4. It's literally a 3x4 with another one on top, which also is just and then 2 on each side. Wow, yikes. That is not a great view. Okay, so it has like a 3-block center, I think. So then the rest of it just slopes off for the roof to follow, I believe. Yep, that looks right. Man, thank goodness for Axiom. Okay, nice, that's done. By the way, I changed my skin. I'm not sure if I like it or not. I might remove the like weird little burn mark I did. But I have decided that I need to move away from the blue hair. That was not a tough vibe. Why would I fill all of that in when I can just go boom boom bop? Oh, well, actually, do it here. Wow, I am terrible at the game. What am I doing? Most played game of 2025, and I can't do that. For some reason, I thought this roof came to a point, but I guess it doesn't. 3 stairs up. No, 2 stairs up. Okay, then it just goes up. So, I'm just gonna put wool here temporarily so I have something to build on. There we go. Wait, no, I think it levels off before there, actually. Hold on. Yep. Remove these and replace them with regular blocks. Okay, I think the rest of this build is just filling in the roof. Oh, wait, no. There's another window. Oh, that just cuts right through the logs. Oh, why did they do that? All right, beautiful. Okay, yeah, this goes out 1 block further. And then from here on out, it's literally just roofing. So I'll be back when I'm done with that. Or maybe you'll get a nice time lapse. Wait, you know what I just realized I can do? I can just smear it with Axiom. Why am I not doing that? Okay, watch and learn, guys. This is amazing. Wow, look how much faster that was. I just looked down in real life. What am I doing? Is it a 3-block center? Okay, I'm low-key pretty sure I butchered the roof, but we're gonna keep it because I'm far too lazy to remove it. Nah, we'll go up one more. Why did I leave this like that? The inside of this is gonna be a mess, but who really cares? A is coming together, though. Okay, this is actually an even better way to do it than I was doing. All right, I'm pretty sure that's the house itself done. Oh, wait, no, it has the trimming still. Oh, wow, it's dark in there. Oh, that's gonna annoy me. Yep, replace that. Add a walkway around the house on both sides. 5-block tall pillars with 1 block in between. Goodness. Yikes. Okay, so it's 3 from here. 3, 2, 2. Oh, wait, that one's even, I think. No, it isn't. Wait, is it? Yes, it is. Hey, the back's even. Honestly, it doesn't look terrible. Wait, let's get a cinematic shot. Oh, that's tough. Okay, well, now that that's done, I guess it's time to move on to the renovation. We're gonna hop into a time lapse for this one because A, I'm not very good at live commentary, and B, this took me a surprisingly long time. But anyway, as you can see, the first step was to make sure that the walls were even and the pillars would fit around the house with a 2-block gap in between each one. I actually messed this up in the planning and I had to move it like 1 block over in the end, which meant that there are, I believe, 2 gaps in the pillars that are 3 blocks instead of 2. But anyway, once I was happy with the pillar locations, it was time to start on the stone foundation that the house sits on. The 2 things I wanted to make sure about the foundation was that it was a little bit taller and had a lot more block variation. I would have also done like artificial shadows, but I'm not a very good builder and it would have been pretty bad looking. And I would also like to get a little bit better before I try those more advanced techniques. I would say that the foundation is pretty standard in modern day building for people with no skills. I just kind of filled my hotbar with stone cobble and stone bricks, and then I set an auto clicker and scrolled through the hotbar as I built. With the foundation done, it was time to work on some supporting structures, which is something that the other house is definitely lacking. I'm not gonna lie, this was partially just an excuse to use the new shelf block, which I have seen so much about, but I always play on older versions. I don't even know why. I mean, I've been on 1.20.1 for like a literal year. As you saw, I initially started with dark oak and then replaced it with spruce because the dark oak is just too much contrast. I thought it would look better, but it really did not. The last step was just some stairs and trapdoors to frame the stone bits, and then all I had to do was a bit of trial and error to make it kind of fit around the entire house. The next thing I decided to do was the walkway that loops around the house. Looking back, I probably should have used a bit less of a block palette here, because I feel like with all these pillars having a trim, there's barely any room between them. It's like 1 block. But anyway, my thinking with this one was that I wanted to make it all wooden because I feel like stone would have made it look kind of goofy, and I definitely wasn't keeping the half wooden, half stone thing that the original has. I ended up just doing the same spruce pillars and filling it in with oak. Also, as you can see in the background, the original house is quite a bit smaller. I was originally planning on making them the same size, but the finished product ended up quite large since I kind of just expanded everything by like 2 blocks, which doesn't seem like a lot, but with 3 floors, it really adds up. When the pillars were done, I built 1 block up from each pillar, so once I filled the floor in, I could still see where the pillars were. And I also jutted out the front pillars by 1 block for a bit more visual depth. I also added 1 more block on all the pillars so that they looked a little bit more complete, and yes, I did completely forget to add fences in between, but we can just glaze over that, right? The second floor was much the same as the first one, with literally the only difference being that the walls are made out of stripped oak instead of stone. Other than that though, the structures are exactly the same. However, I did add a planter box in the 1 block jut out in the front, perfect for blue orchids, the objective best flower in the game. I added some windows as well, apparently before I even finished the framing, and for these windows, I used a kind of weird technique that I saw, I believe, in a Grian video, but it could have been somewhere else too, so don't quote me on that. I'm gonna be completely honest, these windows are either a bit of nice visual interest or the most chopped thing I've ever seen, and there's absolutely no in between. And the most baffling part is that I fully cannot decide. Anyway, finishing off the second floor, it was time to do the last floor and then the roof. The last floor I did stripped birch for the walls because I like how it gets lighter as you look up, and then I also kind of feel like it resembles the white stuff that medieval houses used without being as aggressively textured as like calcite or something. I went with the most simple roof of all time, literally just a stone brick trim with oak in the middle, and it took everything in me not to add dormer windows to this incredibly flat roof, as you'll see in a second. Once the trim on the front was on, I started adding diagonal support beams that you might see in like barns and stuff, and I couldn't decide what to do in the middle, so I just put another one of those goofy windows. The sidewalls were much easier to do because the support beams that I had met in the center of the two little box thingies, so I could just do an even pattern that centers in the middle. Anyway, then I built the inlet part of the roof in the back of the house, and I basically just did the exact same thing as the original. And then I copied the sidewall over to the other side with Axiom and started filling in the roof. And as I fill in this back bit, you can see what I mean by a giant empty roof. But I wanted to stay a bit closer to the original design because it's very different already. And yeah, that was the entire house build. But before I go back to live commentary to kind of close it out, I want to say that if you want this schematic, or for some reason the other one, they're both going to be available on my Discord in a Minecraft schematic channel. Okay, thanks. Back to live commentary. Okay, I'm recording this at 10:30 and it's supposed to go live at 12, so if the video's a bit late, you know why, because I still have not edited any of the time lapse. But anyways, final thoughts. I mean, clearly this one is way bigger. I really did not intend them to be this differently sized, but I feel like I like it a lot better. I was complaining about how this is like too messy and too much visual interest because it's only like a block kind of in between it in the time lapse, which I also just wrote. I mean, I'm very behind. But yeah, I really don't know how I feel about these windows. Oh, also there's no interior because the original didn't have an interior. But if you want me to build the house and also the interior in survival, let me know and I'll do it in a survival world. 1,000 likes. That's never gonna happen, so I don't have to do it. But yeah, I also forgot to do, let's just make this perfect. Oh, there's only room for one. Okay, but yeah, that's the final house. I think it looks a lot better than this chopped one. But yeah, final thoughts. I think this one is definitely better. Oh, I also never said in the time lapse, but the thing I was trying to do with this one is, like, I was trying to add a bunch of different somewhat easy blocks. Like, I mean, it's not like spruce is impossible to find. You just have to find a spruce forest. But I also wasn't trying to go so overboard. Like, there's no netherite in this or anything like that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Time to go to the outro. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm gonna try and make this quick. So this is my first Minecraft video in 10 months, but I'm trying to re-niche into Minecraft. So if you want to watch more Minecraft videos from me, please be sure to subscribe. It really does help out a lot, and like this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you all somewhere else on the internet.